With over 70 million unique visitors every month, Yahoo Finance has been a go-to platform for many retail investors. In fact, in August of 2020, out of all of the finance websites in the US, Yahoo Finance ranked as number 1 in the most monthly visited users. Now, Yahoo Finance is extremely helpful when it comes to tracking statistics such as stock ratios and balance sheets. Yet despite this, its news section is filled with stock market manipulators that are attempting to protect their investments with false information and opinions. Stocks like Tesla and Facebook have long been manipulated back and forth by Yahoo editors. This is something that retail investors need to know about. In this video, I'm going to expose the behind-the-scenes stock market manipulation going on at Yahoo Finance, including the spread of false information and much more. Welcome to Kazgains Academy. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content like this, and let's get right into it. You might be wondering, how is it possible that a corporation as large as Yahoo Finance is manipulating the market? Yahoo even states under its editorial guidelines that our editors' reviews are not influenced by bias, conflicts of interest, or financial considerations, free from internal and external pressures. Based on this, it would be logical to have editors and guests show full disclosure of their opinions, but this has not been the case. This is where a man named Rick Newman comes into play. Known for being very politically outspoken on Yahoo's news section, Rick Newman certainly doesn't belong in the finance section of Yahoo. During his time at Yahoo Finance as a senior columnist, Rick has successfully manipulated multiple companies. First, let's start with Facebook. To give some context for the following clip, Facebook was caught selling data, and as a result, Facebook stock was crashing. As an audience member of Yahoo's show, we do not know whether or not Rick Newman owns Facebook stock. This was never disclosed before or after this portion of Yahoo Finance.
Facebook is a free service, and you've got all these people offended and indignant that their data is being used in a way that Facebook basically tells you they're going to use it when you sign that user agreement. I consider this to be a lot of phony outrage by people who can just leave if they want to. I mean, just leave.
Well, they are leaving.
Most of the time, when you actually spend money for a product that you're dissatisfied with, you ask for your money back, you return it, or you ask for some kind of relief, and generally you get it.
Sell it on eBay.
You don't feel you don't bloviate for months and months about how unfair this is while continuing to use the product. So I mean, if you want to leave, get a life, leave, and go do something else.
But I think that is what's happening. I mean, I am one of those users. I didn't post about it publicly. I didn't tweet about it. I told some of my colleagues.
But that's the whole point of ditching, is to post why I deleted my Facebook.
Piece.
Rick took a stance that wasn't very popular when the news about Facebook selling data came out. Because of this, we should be skeptical of whether or not this is actually his opinion. This is a man who is personally invested in Facebook stock, so as a result, it is in his best interest to be supportive of the company. On Yahoo's finance show, we never got to see his positions, which was only revealed on the bottom of one of his articles. In addition to this scenario with Facebook, Rick has also spread plenty of false information, better known as fake news, about Tesla. Over the past few years, Rick Newman has spread a lot of false information about Tesla. In addition, he has also been suspiciously supportive of GM. Logically, we can assume that he is either long GM or short Tesla. However, we can never know what stance he takes because of Yahoo's horrible disclosure rules. Now, let's take a look at some false information that Rick has spread. In a video named quote-unquote, Tesla's Model Y can't compete with the Jaguar I-Pace, Rick stated that you cannot open the doors of the Model X inside a garage.
And by the way, weird with the gull-wing doors that you can't open in a garage. Minor design flaw.
I don't know where Rick is getting his information, but you can open the Model X's gull-wing doors in a garage. In addition to this fake news, he has also spread countless other fake news and stories. Recently, he appeared on Yahoo with Galileo from Hyperchange, but failed miserably to spread his false information. In the following clip that was never posted on YouTube, Rick attempts to state false data as true facts, but luckily, Golly knew what was up.
And although it's not really new products today that are going to come out from this, the fact that they have this battery division and what it's going to lead to 2 to 3 years down the road is going to be a game changer for the whole EV industry.
Go ahead, Rick.
Hey, Gally, Rick Newman here. Tesla had a battery day. This is not their first battery day. They had one in 2015, and I think back then
they've never had a battery day other than this.
They've had other battery announcements.
Right off the bat, Rick makes it seem like Tesla's battery day was not the first one. Shout out to Galileo for catching this first red flag.
And I think they said in 2015 that by 2017 they were going to have a 620-mile battery. And
they never did.
Don't have that yet.
They never did. They said they were the Roadster is supposed to have a 600-mile battery, but they're focusing on building the Model 3 and more important stuff now. And think about it. Nobody's driving 600 miles.
Let me ask the question more generally, Len, so we don't have to argue about these specifics. I mean, Elon Musk has promised many times. Does the timing not matter to you? Does the number not matter to you? Whether it's the range he says he's going to get, the date by which he's going to deliver the car. I mean, he's not promising a $25,000 car, but he hasn't really delivered the $35,000 car he said the Model 3 was going to be. That goes for more like $50,000.
Well, you can still get the $35,000. It's just nobody buys it, and there's the BMW i3 starts at 35, but the average price is 50 grand.
Again, Rick tries to throw off another series of lies. So first, he falsely claims that Tesla has had another battery day. Then, he states that Tesla told investors that a 620-mile battery was coming, even though that's just a Roadster. And after that, he claims that the $35,000 Tesla was never delivered. This misinformation would be easily solved by a simple Google search, but it seems to be that Rick is intentionally trying to bring down Tesla stock.
They're delivering the Model 3, they're hitting 25% margins, they're doing everything they said they would. They've been profitable for 4 quarters in a row in a pandemic. Was there a question there? It's like, dude, they've never had a battery day in the past. They announced the Roadster that it would come out in the future. It still will come out. They didn't say it was going to have 600 miles of range and it didn't come out. That just didn't happen.
Well, do dates matter or do they not matter? Is it just
Tesla said that they were going to be building 500,000 cars a year in 2014 when they built the Gigafactory, and guess how many cars they're going to build this year? 500,000. That is so much more on track than every other auto company. The fact that you guys can't do your homework and figure that out is embarrassing.
Well, Gali, we're going to try to keep it PG here. We're not.
Yeah, we will. But I'm like, guys, you should know we only had one battery day.
Rumors are that Galileo was banned from Yahoo Finance after this interview. At the end of the interview, Yahoo even brought back Rick Newman's false credibility by letting Rick make false claims about his sources and then have the host cut off Galileo's response.
This is so 10 steps ahead of it. Not even.
I want to just add one thing, Gali, since you questioned my credibility on my knowledge of Tesla. So I'm looking at a TechCrunch story from 2015. Elon Musk says Tesla cars will reach 620 miles on a single charge, quote, within a year or two, and they will be fully autonomous in, quote, 3 years. None of those things has happened. We're not near any of that. So you can have as much faith.
I don't have time for this, bro.
I could point by point go through and point to many claims Elon Musk made that have simply not turned out to be true.
All right, founder and CEO.
As you can see at the end, the Yahoo Finance host quickly cuts off Galileo to maintain Rick's credibility. This was a smart but shady tactic aimed to boost the credibility of Yahoo while still manipulating the underlying company. There are countless other hosts and writers that are pursuing their self-interest and using Yahoo Finance's platform to help them achieve their financial goals. For example, if we take a look at an article titled "Tesla Stock Crash Targets $75, we can see that the author, AJ Thorson, does not own Tesla stock but wants to buy in. In addition to having editors that have financial motives, Yahoo Finance also manipulates stocks by inviting quote-unquote analysts even if they're famous for being extremely inaccurate. Gordon Johnson always seems to be on Yahoo Finance, despite being ranked in the bottom 600 of all analysts. Gordon is so inaccurate that his rating is lower than a 1-star. Ryan Brinkman, a notorious Tesla bear and GM bull, is constantly on Yahoo Finance despite being in the bottom 1,500 stock analysts. Countless other ridiculous analysts that have been proven wrong over and over again continuously get invited to Yahoo Finance. It's quite obvious why these analysts are constantly hosted. Yahoo's hosts not only have an underlying financial motive from personal investments, but are also encouraged to invite analysts with ridiculously low price targets so that they can obtain more clicks. As Elon Musk likes to say, Yahoo Finance is as dumb as it sounds. Let me know what your experience with Yahoo Finance has been in the past. Have you experienced total nonsense, or have you actually had some beneficial news coverage? If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.